Namaste, everybody, and welcome to the journey of the 12 moons. So, starting with this lunar new year in February, we're going to be tracking each new moon as it arrives every 28, 29 days and syncing in a Yoga Nidra practice. And if you've never done Yoga Nidra before, Yoga Nidra means yogic sleep, and it's a super relaxing and healing time for us just to be lying down and be guided into a hypnagogic state, which is the place between conscious and unconscious. I liken it to the twilight zone. It's a place of fertile ground for intention setting. So, in line with the new moons, it's the kind of perfect combination relationship to be doing a Yoga Nidra practice around this time when the lunar cycle is fertile for planting new intentions. The fact that we're going to be doing it over the year and following the planetary influences just gives it an extra lift of sauce from our beautiful planets that are out there that are part of our solar system and that influence us. So this month, the new moon is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is an air sign, and it's known for its ability to allow air to move, to allow freedom. Like, it's related to the ankles. So if you think about your ankles, like the ankles are related to the feet, which help move through the world. So it's about how you allow lightness to move through your body and through your life, how you can celebrate your own unconventional, unique, and wild way of walking in this world. Aquarius is about freedom and truth. And so tonight's Yoga Nidra will be looking back at ways that you may not have been walking so freely and how you could walk freely into the next month. We'll get started with a little bit of stretching, and then we'll come to lie down in Nidra so that this can be a really nice, smooth move from being, stretching out and to lying down. You want to make sure that you are prepared. So I highly recommend a very thin cushion so that you can place that underneath your head, and then absolutely a blanket to cover yourself with. If you have a weighted blanket, then that can be a nice adjunct. And if you like to use an eye pillow also to give some weight to the eyes and help your body settle, then I would go and grab that as well. And then the last thing before we get started is to make sure that you're in a place that is safe, that is warm, that is comfortable. You're not driving or operating any machinery, and that you are ready to dedicate 1 hour to yourself. It's a solitude practice. It's not like yoga classes. You're by yourself. It's quiet time for you just to let your body settle and heal. So let's get started, and I'm going to get you to come and stand. Just if you have a yoga mat, come to the end of the yoga mat. And just take your hands alongside your body and let your fingers drip and dangle down. And then we're going to take the attention down to the ankles. The ankles are quite a subtle and fragile part of the leg compared to the thighs. And there's a lot of proprioceptors around the ankles. That means they're constantly judging and feeling where you are in space and how the balance is. So I'd like you to just let your knee joints soften a little and start to heighten awareness around the ankles and make some small circles with your body. Allowing these joints to feel their way intuitively into stillness in the center and a plumb line. So just let that happen still. And then we'll take circles in the other direction. So come forward, to the left, behind. Feeling the air around the bones of the ankles. Notice how free it feels. When we feel like we're weighted down by convention, it feels like we have a ball and chain around us. And then again, allow your ankles to bring you back to center and just find stillness. The feet are wide and flat, so they help translate this airiness down into the earth. Each of us moves in a different way, unique way. You're going to take your hands to your hips, bend your knees, and just lean forward, placing your belly onto your thighs, and then slide your hands down your ankles. Feel the solidity of the calves, but then there's this small juncture. Release your head down, and we'll take 3 exhales deeply out through the mouth. So it will be an inhale, and then exhale fully, maybe compressing the belly a little bit closer towards the thighs. Again, deep breath in. Exhale. And last time. And then releasing the ankles, noticing how it feels to let go. See if you can roll up through your spine. And as you come back up, reach the arms up overhead. Take hold of the left wrist and feel the length through the left wrist up and the left ankle down. A lot of real estate between those 2 points. And then release your hands. Take your right arm up, hold the wrist, lift the wrist up into the air and press the ankle down into the heel. And then release the arms down. And then we'll just walk forward. And as you're walking forward, I want you just to lift your foot, rotate the ankle a few times and place the foot down. And then lifting, rotating the ankle, placing the foot down. Feeling that freedom around the joint. Last time. Right. And then we'll start to come to lie down and prepare for Yoga Nidra. So you place your pillow at the end of your mat and have your blanket alongside so that you don't need to get up again to grab it. Just place your elbows down. And it's important when we come to lie down that the body is as neutral and as unfettered as possible. And it's worth taking a bit of time just to slide all the vertebrae in alignment down to the mat. Adjust your pillow so that it's right underneath your head, but your neck is still free, so you can check that. And maybe even just lift the skull, lengthen the back of the neck, and then place the head down. And we'll just do a little further thing, exploring the ankle joint and the elements of Aquarius. So extending the left foot up towards the ceiling and just taking some circles with the leg. Air is an element that has to do with thoughts, movement, creativity. So this new moon bringing in like the ability to express yourself through your creativity. And then flex and point the foot a couple of times, and then just place that left foot down. We'll take the right leg, extending the leg up, feeling through the air with your ankle and foot. And then flex and point. And just place that right foot down. So hopefully your blanket is close by. And it's important when you place your blanket over you that it's covering your whole body or the body parts that you like, that you don't have inequality between each side. So one foot in and one foot out. So making sure that as you come and lie down, maybe turning a light off so that you're in as much of a dark space as possible. And then just flip-flop the feet in and out a few times. And then let the feet relax completely. When your feet are relaxed, they will generally flop out to the side. And then you can take your hands and just bring your hands to your lower back and lengthen the flesh of the buttocks down away from the shoulders. Bring your elbows alongside your body, press into the elbows, draw the shoulder blades together, and then set the back of the rib cage down. And then just slowly from the elbows, release the wrists and finally the hands to the floor. It's important that you're not touching anything, that you have space around your body, because the practice of Yoga Nidra is a practice that moves from the physical being into the more subtle realms and finally into the more etheric realms of being. So just make any final adjustments that you need. And then let your body become completely still. There's no need to do anything or try anything. It's a very passive practice. And in fact, if there is a goal, it's about doing nothing. It's about letting your body almost go to sleep while your mind stays very active. And you can tell yourself, now begins the practice of Yoga Nidra. Now begins the practice of Yoga Nidra. Now begins the practice of Yoga Nidra. And when the practice is complete, I'll let you know by saying, the practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. And let your body be supported by the ground. Let the heels become a little bit heavier. The backs of the hands a little bit heavier, and the skull heavy. And picturing yourself lying here in this new moon energy. I like to visualize your body as you are lying on the ground. Taking in all four limbs and your head. And then take context of your body within the room. Notice where you are in relationship to the walls, the direction that your body's in, the distance between your body and the ceiling, and the distance between your body and the floor. And then take stock of where your body is in relationship to the building that you're in, your relationship to the front of the building, to the back of the building, to the ground, to the roof, to the west and to the east. And then take your attention out and see yourself in your room, in the building, in your town or surrounding area. And then take your attention wider to include a larger area, the state that you're in, the region that you're in. And then take yourself wider to see yourself within the country that you're in all its vastness. And there you are within the northern hemisphere. And there you are in the northern hemisphere in relationship to the southern hemisphere. And you're here in a physical body that has a relationship to the west. So what is to the west? And what is to the east? Eventually those places meet together and there's an experience of you in your room, in the whole world, in the whole world. And that whole world is seemingly still as your body is still and relaxed. And yet the whole world is spinning on an axis thousands of miles an hour. And is suspended between the sun and spinning around the sun at thousands of miles an hour. But in opposition, the cooling aspect of the moon. And this perfect dance between the sun and the moon. And the peekaboo moments of the moon that hides and then reveals. Brings in and takes away. Notice the breath as you breathe in. Notice the breath being taken away as you breathe out. Allow your body to relax even deeper. Breath in and breath out. Within our solar system, there are 8 planets that dance around us, giving us planetary influences. In tonight's Yoga Nidra, I invite you to explore the influence of Aquarius. With an intention of exploring and bringing to surface the part of you that is unique, creative, unconventional, eccentric, idiosyncratic, your own particular way of walking. And what it would feel like to be unencumbered. This is the time that you can set any other intention for yourself that you feel you would like to make. And remind yourself that you are doing a Yoga Nidra practice and to stay awake mentally, sharp, connected, and yet the body is completely still and the body is relaxed and the body is at ease. I'm going to start by a rotation of consciousness, moving your attention, your focus sharply and quickly around the body as I call out various body parts. Please do not move the body part. The body is still. The mind is alert. We start by bringing your attention to the center of your forehead and picturing a blue star in the center of the forehead, just above the eyebrows. Blue star. Awareness to the pit of your throat. Blue star. To the right shoulder, blue star. Crook of the elbow, blue star. Wrist, blue star. Thumb, blue star. 4 fingers, tip of each finger, blue star. 1, 2, 3, 4. Palm of the hand, blue star. And then inside the hand, blue star. Inside the wrist. Inside the elbow. Inside the armpit. Center of the throat, blue star. Left shoulder, blue star. Left elbow, blue star. Left wrist, blue star. Left thumb, blue star. Blue star on each of the fingertips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Palm of the hand, blue star. Inside the hand. Inside the wrist. Inside the elbow. Inside the armpit. And back to the pit of the throat. Center of the chest, blue star. Navel center, blue star. Pubic bone, blue star. Right hip, blue star. Kneecap, blue star. Right ankle, blue star. Big toe, blue star. Second, third, fourth. Blue stars, tips of the toes. Sole of the foot, blue star. Inside the right ankle, blue star. Back of the knee, blue star. Middle of the hip, blue star. Pubic bone, blue star. Left hip, blue star. Left kneecap, blue star. Left ankle, blue star. Big toe, blue star. Second toe. Third toe. Fourth toe. Tips of the toes, blue star. Sole of the left foot, blue star. Inside the left ankle, blue star. Behind the left knee, blue star. Inside the left hip socket, blue star. Pubic bone, blue star. Both legs together. Navel. Center of the chest. Pit of the throat. Both arms together. Center of the forehead. Back of the head. Blue star. Base of the neck. Blue star. Center of the back, blue star. Base of the body, blue star. Front of the body. Back of the body. Whole body together. Whole body together. Whole body together. Staying connected to my voice and staying awake. Keeping the body completely still, but all of your focus. I'd like you to imagine that your body was hollow. And then from the ankles, drawing the wind up the hollowness of the legs to the nose as you breathe in. And then allowing that wind to travel from the nose down to the ankles, breathing out. From the center of the kneecaps, hollow body, breathing in to the tip of the nose. And from the tip of the nose back down, hollow to the knees. From the center of the pelvis to the nose, breathing in. And from the tip of the nose to the pelvis, breathing out. From the navel to the tip of the nose, breathing in. And from the tip of the nose to the navel, breathing out. Center of the chest to the tip of the nose. Tip of the nose to the center of the chest, breathing out. throat to nose, breathing in, nose to throat, breathing out. Noticing the movement as the throat to the nose, through the body, breathing in, nose to throat, breathing out. Center of the chest to the nose, breathing in, noticing the rise, the expansion of the body, and release and relaxation, breathing out. Navel to nose, breathing in. Nose to navel, breathing out. Pubic bone to nose, breathing in. Nose to pubic bone, breathing out. Hips to nose, breathing in. Nose to hips, breathing out. Knees to nose, breathing in. Nose to knees, breathing out. Ankles to nose, breathing in. Nose to ankles, breathing out. Staying awake and staying aware. Begin to experience heaviness in the body. Begin to experience all of the weight of the body release further down. Heaviness, density, grounded. Noticing how your body feels in this way. And now begin to let your body experience lightness. Feeling places that the body feels light. A lot of lightness in the body. Transparency. Notice how this feels in the body. Switching back to heaviness. Quickly, heaviness. And quickly, lightness. And now switching. Feel yourself constrained, bound, and constrained. Shackled, stuck. Unable to move. And now, notice that feeling in the body. And then feel your ankles. Feel freedom and lightness. Freedom and lightness. No constraints around the ankles. And notice how that feels in the body. and then bound, and then free. Bring to attention the area just above the eyebrows, letting that relax completely. And visualize yourself standing up. Imagining that as your body stays completely still, you play back the movie of the day. And you start to walk backwards away from the floor that you're lying in, which room you came from, which direction you came from, what you were doing directly before you watched this practice. And before that, see if you can pay attention to your body as it moves back throughout your day today. Like a movie, play your day back, noticing all of the places that you moved. Take it all the way back till you got up this morning. And see if you can rewind. Imagine walking your life backwards. Walking back through the week, the year so far, last year, last 5 years, last 10 years, taking it back till you were a teenager, a child, and eventually going all the way back to the first moment that your ankles hit the air. And now, just at that moment, when your ankles first came out into the air, I want you to start to fast forward your life forward from that moment and see if you can, knowing who you are now, allow that expression of your true self, your freest self. Can you play the movie of your life forward, allowing that part of you, any part that has been pushed under, denied, because it was a bit different, a little bit eccentric, allowing that part to flow through your movie, through your ankles and through your feet, so that you move in a way that is unencumbered through your teenage years. And seeing the movie play in front of your mind's eye, your movement expressing the truest part of you. Light. And see if you can fast forward the video all the way up to the moment that you got out of bed. Rerun your day in the way that you would have liked it to have been. In the sense of you being truly you. The movements, the actions. And then taking yourself into the present moment. I'd like you to visualize moving from where you are, a path on this earth, or a path out into the cosmos, the universe. Standing in your body in this moment. How would you like to see yourself move, and where would you like to see yourself move in the next lunar cycle? Allow your mind to play that movie to you. And you are now at the end of the path available for the next lunar cycle. As quickly as you can, in whatever way that you feel you'd like to move, make your way back to your physical body. And just allow yourself to stand beside your physical body, looking down at your body, what it's wearing, your face. Allow there to be any communication between this more etheric, free-spirited, connected part of you and the part that's lying still on the ground. And then imagine yourself stepping into your navel center and coming fully back inside your body. So filling out your astral body into the physical body, getting comfortable in amongst all the bones, the cells, the organs, and kind of snuggling back into your bodysuit. The intention from this Yoga Nidra was to explore the gifts of Aquarius in the new moon. And any other intention that you made, you can repeat it to yourself now. And then tell yourself that the practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. And as we complete this Yoga Nidra practice, it's time to move your fingers and your toes. And you could make some circles with your wrists and your ankles. Taking a nice deep breath in. And reaching your arms up overhead, so you can hold the breath in for a moment, stretch out really long, push your heels away, spread your fingers wide, and then as you exhale, pull the feet back onto the floor. Just pause for a moment with your feet on the floor, noticing the texture and registering whether you have a yoga mat or a wooden floor, a carpet. Maybe scrunch your toes a couple of times just to really bring that groundedness into the soles of the feet. And then you'll bring your knees in towards your chest. Just give a small rock and let your eyes open. You're now staring at your ceiling. Hug the knees in a little tighter. And then take your blankets off and just move it off to the side. And let's extend the legs up and just let your feet flip-flop side to side. And then bring your knees back in. Roll onto your right side and then pushing back up to sit. And as you come back up to sit, readjust. And notice how it feels after you've done a Yoga Nidra practice. Sometimes you might feel a little shivery because the nervous system has been really in a state of deep relaxation. So you can keep your blanket around yourself. And we'll finish by grounding. So you make a little belly fist here and take the right hand over. Find a tall spine, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to fold forward and make a ha sound. So it's inhale, fold, ha. Back up, bring your hands together. And this is a time that, if you like, you can use your reflections worksheet to take note as we start to build a catalog of 12 new moons, how each practice has affected you and any insights or epiphanies that you have had from the practice. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.